to your August 17th through the 24th reading. Let's see what's going on with you, beautiful Virgo. Happy birthday to all the Virgos. Happy birthday. Okay, let's see. By the time you get this, it'll pretty much be right around your birthday, right? Right around your birthday season, the 21st, 20th, 21st. Let's see. Best message, please. Virgo, birth accelerated motion. Accelerated motion. Everything's moving really, really, really fast. But we just had that Lion's Gate, and we're in a place of power right now. We're in a powerhouse. Yes, right there. We're in a powerhouse month. Got the 8 to the 8 where you're wielding all this magic, right? You're wielding all of this. Everything is going really, really fast. If I'm using it correctly, my wishes are coming through, or I can push everything towards me that can go through as long as you're keeping your heart open, right? With your heart open to the situation. You got the light, lighten up the world with the sun over here. Yeah, I'm putting it there. Yep, there it is. There's something about financial material changes, but there's also something about fame and fortune in its own way going over here. So feeling like you're definitely going to be in the spotlight, right, where you're going to have your passions ignited with the Ace of Wands, because there's some kind of a new beginning that's coming in for you, and you're really going to see the truth through this situation. So let's go over here and figure out what's going on when it comes to this situation. So yeah, you have a lot of things that are changing around for you, and that's because of the accelerated motion of the 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands says everything's happening really, really fast, and you might see a lot of your manifestations coming through. Just look back, guys. Look back at what you've had come through for manifestations, because I've noticed that within my own, I've had actually quite a few within just small things that I didn't realize until I really kind of looked back. So kind of do a yearly, go back through the year and kind of see what's come through, and that'll kind of give you an idea of what you're kind of looking at, because here you go again, 8 again. So you have 888, universe pushing you towards your manifestations at this time. If you go 1 minus 9 equals 8 again with the sun, because the sun says I'm blessing you through this situation, right? So it's like, yeah, you're coming into this new, brand new place of happiness, joy, and almost like a serenity type of place. But yes, make sure that you are going back so you can kind of see what have you gotten that just kind of awestruck you, that you got that, right? Because I've noticed that throughout it's kind of weird. And it could even be that it might even have taken like 2 or 3 years to even come to the situation. The reason I'm saying that is because there's been something that's been going on that I'm noticing, right? And people always say, well, manifestation doesn't work. But actually, I'm noticing it actually really does. It actually really does. I'm going to give you a heads up on something. A couple of years ago, we lost our dog. And my husband wanted a new dog. And I told him, I made up this, because I always wanted one anyways, but I just figured that would never happen. And that kind of kept me from having another dog for a while, since we had just had 3, right? And I told him, I said, no, because we're not going to get another dog unless we get a Rottweiler. Okay. I mean, seriously, guys. Okay. Where I live, you just don't even really see rats a whole lot, unless you're going to go buy them or do something. That was like 2 years ago I said that, and he was like, I'm going to get a dog. Anyways, he keeps finding these dogs, and he wants to bring them home, and I'm like, no. Anyways, so what does he do? Last November, October, November, he had a Rottweiler that came in that was dropped off. And I told him, okay, go ahead and bring her in. I didn't realize it. I told him that I wasn't going to have a dog unless it was a Rottweiler. It's a Rottweiler. Then we went to go buy furniture. We were supposed to buy furniture like April. And I told him, well, I don't like any of this furniture because it's not, I really wanted like a gray tan. Couldn't find a gray tan anywhere. And then these people were offering some furniture and it's all gray and tan. And it's like 4 or 5 months later. We just got this like 3 weeks ago. So anyways, the point that I'm making, guys, is make sure that you go back and kind of look at what it was that you were actually manifesting. Instead of saying it doesn't work, kind of look back and look at what did manifest. Because I'm starting to notice there was a lot more things that were manifesting. It just was taking a lot of time. And there it is, manifesting. And it was upside down, right? Because it's saying you're not looking at what you've manifested. I'm telling you, that's what this is all about. It's saying you didn't see what was manifesting before your eyes. Make sure that you're paying attention. Because a lot more of your dreams are coming true than what you're realizing or giving credit for. And just because it doesn't happen overnight doesn't mean that you didn't manifest it. And that's what I'm really coming to the conclusion. Because actually, you're manifesting a lot more than you really realize. Yeah, so come clean about the situation. Be careful what you're manifesting. It literally says that. Be careful what you're manifesting. You're turning over a new leaf right now. Be careful what you're manifesting because everybody's manifesting very fast this month. A lot of you have a new romance coming through. Something that you manifested from the past that's coming through. It could be even a Libra. Right now it does feel like you feel like there's some unfairness going on within a situation. It could even be some kind of court case that's going on where you feel like you're being pushed into a place of accountability on something that you didn't even do. Like, for instance, your partner, let's just say you're going through a divorce and they want you to pay for this and that, and you're like, why the hell would I have to pay that when they make all the money? Do you see what I'm trying to say? It's like, I can't even afford to do that. Why would they try to put that, on me? So you might feel like it's cruel, like they're being very cruel towards you. It could even be with child expenses, Page of Swords. So just be careful of things like that. There's some kind of conflict and upheaval going on, but there's also something very beautiful going on after this tower takes place is when your manifestation is going to come in. Okay, and it's saying it's long-term review, and that's exactly what it is. It's a review. It's kind of like what you've done versus what's going to happen, right? So we get rid of our karmic things that are going on, and then we review it, we get through it, and then we go to the next level. And that's really what it's saying. That's exactly what's going on. So after all of this, you might even have new love with a King of Cups. Could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio coming through. Okay, but there's going to be some kind of comforting rewards with the Eight of Wands, because it says right now, though, you're coming into a place of rewards that's coming in, but it's coming in very, very fast. So if you are looking to win some kind of court case, it looks like it's going to be in your favor against this King of Wands. Just be careful what's going on within this situation, okay? But there is definitely some kind of possibility. But it's almost like Spirit says, but I want you to keep yourself in this very high vibration. I want you to, and it doesn't mean that you cannot have, just try not to worry about it so much, right? Just keep telling yourself, you know what, I got this, because there's no reason to worry about that situation. And seriousness. Because look, even when it comes down to that situation, worrying about it's not going to help it. It's either going to go with you or against you. It doesn't matter. It's going to be either or. But no matter what, Spirit says there's a positive change coming in through this situation. And carrying too much stress is not going to help you with this situation. It's going to block your intuition. It's going to make you feel impatient. It's going to overwhelm you, cause you anxiety, and make you sick. So it says release this fear. Okay, so that he can bring in what it is that truly is meant for you. And you have some kind of great reward coming through with the Three of Pentacles. And it doesn't matter how you're feeling anyways, because you're going to get this anyways, because it's some kind of karmic payout that you're looking for. Okay, but just make sure that you are saving money and keeping yourself in a place of, where you feel like you're in control. There's no need to not feel in control of this, of the situation. Okay, because it's going to do what it's going to do anyway. So worrying about something like that's not going. Worry never solves nothing. It literally never solved anything. If anything, it made more people sick, have headaches, have problems, fatigue, anxiety, insomnia. It caused more negative outlooks than it ever did anything positive. Because it literally doesn't change an outcome at all. I want you to know that. Worry never changes an outcome. That is not it. That keeps you in balance and within your energy. It doesn't help solve a problem. It doesn't make a problem worse, and it doesn't make it better. It does absolutely nothing. Yeah. Just keeps you in your head. Okay. So what it's saying is it couldn't get any worse, but what I will tell you is that you are building up over here towards this new situation. For some of you, you might even have some kind of car problem, and but it's all going to be worked out now. Okay. And if you did have some kind of car problem, it's going to be worked out. Everything's going to be fixed. No reason to worry, okay, because it's just going to get done the way it's supposed to get done. It's kind of like almost telling you, look, you're manifesting all these beautiful things. Pay attention to what you've manifested already. But those things that are already going through for you, Virgo, let it go, because the worry is not going to do anything. But no matter what, you still have this beautiful reward coming in, and you're walking right into the sun, but you have to get through this piece to get to this piece. Well, that's just life. That's called the balance of life. We get through one hardship to get to a beautiful piece. And it could even be two different areas for you. You might have something beautiful going on in love while you're dealing with this other hardship. That is normal as well, right? So it's saying, you know, just watch where you're putting your energy, and really pay attention to what it is you truly want. Yeah, because you're going to have a volcano. No matter what, there's always a volcano somewhere going on around us. That's the tower. Right? But just remember, you have soul agreements, soul missions, and soul plans and life purposes that are also coming up around you. So no matter what the tower is, if it's negative, chaos, and all of this stuff that's going on, it doesn't matter, because you still have the sun coming through with this beautiful new beginning, this new beautiful reward coming through, because it's a part of your life purpose. It's a part of your soul's plan to have that. Right? It was no coincidence. Remember what coincidence means. It means coincide. Right? So if it's coinciding within the situation, then there was no coincidence. It had to happen. It was just a part of the soul's carding. It's part of the journey. It's a part of what's going on within the situation. Okay? Okay, my friends. Until next time. Peace and love. Bye-bye.